All right, so today we're going to be doing a deep dive on networking. And specifically, we're going to be looking at the Ocean Beach Point Lona area of San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's known for that sort of beachy vibe, but there's also a lot of professionals down there. And we're looking at the meetup profile for the OBPL networking group. They've got over 513 members. So it seems like there's a pretty active networking community down there.
Yeah, it really does seem like an active community. And what I really like about their profile is they emphasize how it's free to join and it's open to anyone. So you don't have to be part of any exclusive club.
Yeah, that's really cool. It's truly accessible. And, it's not just about business. They talk about marketing, sales, and networking strategies, but they also talk about personal development, which I think is pretty cool because it kind of shows you that they have that holistic approach.
Right. They're not just focused on the business side of things. They realize that to be successful in business, you need to grow as a person as well. So that's a very interesting aspect, I think.
For sure. And so it looks like they meet every Wednesday at 12:00 p.m. PST at New Break Coffee and Cafe. So perfect, lunch break networking situation, right?
Yeah, and that's interesting too. They're meeting at a coffee shop, so that suggests it's like a relaxed, informal kind of atmosphere, which I think would be much more conducive to networking than like a stuffy office building or something.
I totally agree. But here's the thing that I was looking at. So in their past events, it looks like the number of attendees varies quite a bit. Sometimes it's as low as 2 to 5 people.
Oh, wow. So it is a small group sometimes. I wonder what influences that. Is it the topic or is it just the time of year? It would be interesting to see if there are any patterns there.
Yeah. Now, looking more broadly at the topics that they cover, it seems like they've got a really good range of topics. Small business marketing, business referrals, online marketing, startups, just all sorts of different things.
Wow, yeah. So it seems like they're really catering to a diverse audience there. A lot of professionals and entrepreneurs in that Ocean Beach Point Loma area.
Yeah, and it's not just the meetup group. They also have a presence on Facebook and LinkedIn. And they even have their own website, omnetworking.com.
Wow. So it seems like they're really serious about their networking. They've got all these different platforms and ways for people to connect with them.
For sure.
It's really cool that they have all these different ways for people to connect.
Yeah, it's almost like you could do some pre-networking research, right? Scope out their Facebook page and kind of get a vibe for the group.
Oh, definitely. See what kind of content they're posting. Maybe even see who some of the regular members are.
Yeah, get the inside scoop.
Yeah.
It's amazing how much you can glean from just a meetup profile, though.
Yeah.
I mean, we haven't even met these people in person.
Right. And we already have a pretty good idea of who they are and what they're all about.
Exactly.
And just thinking about it, over 500 professionals in that area, all interested in networking and connecting with each other. That's huge.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of starting to get some FOMO just thinking about all the connections I could be making.
Yeah, I know what you mean. What if there are all these opportunities that we're missing out on?
Right. It really makes you wonder.
Well, I think it's important to remember that even just connecting with a few people can have a ripple effect.
Oh, yeah, totally.
You might meet someone who becomes a mentor or a collaborator on a project. Or even a new client.
That's the exciting part. You just never know. It's like planting seeds.
Right.
And you never know which one is going to sprout.
Exactly. I think it comes back to why we network in the first place. It's not just about collecting business cards. It's about fostering relationships that can help us grow, both personally and professionally.
It's about finding your people.
Yeah.
Your tribe.
Yeah, absolutely.
People who get what you're going through and who share your passions.
And that's something that this OBPL networking group seems to understand, that sense of community.
Definitely. So for someone who's listening, and maybe they're on the fence about networking, what would you say is the biggest takeaway from all of this?
That's a good question. I think I would say, even if you're hesitant, or you don't think you're a natural networker, just putting yourself out there can have really surprising results.
Yeah, I agree.
You might discover a hidden talent, or make an unexpected connection, or just find some inspiration and motivation.
I think that's a great point. And with this group, it seems like it's a pretty low-pressure environment. It's at a coffee shop. It's not like some high-stakes networking event.
Right. It's more about genuine connection.
Exactly. So really, the worst that could happen is you have a nice cup of coffee and maybe get some insights into the local business scene.
And the best case, well, who knows?
The possibilities are endless.
It really could be anything, right?
And you know what I'm picturing? I'm picturing myself walking into New Break Coffee and Cafe on a Wednesday afternoon. I'm getting a latte.
Oh, yeah.
And I just happen to strike up a conversation with someone who completely changes my business trajectory.
That's awesome. I love that.
Right. Maybe I'll even get a slice of banana bread. I hear they have really good banana bread there.
Yeah. Yeah, their banana bread is amazing.
So, like, it's not this intimidating, high-pressure networking event. It's just people who are passionate about their work.
Right.
And who are open to connecting with others. So if you're listening right now, could you see yourself going to one of these meetings?
Yeah, I mean, think about it.
It's free. It's at a relaxed coffee shop.
Exactly.
What's the worst that could happen?
Yeah, you get a delicious coffee.
Right.
And you might even get some insider tips about the local business scene.
And the best case scenario.
Yeah, I mean, sky's the limit.
You could find a mentor.
Yeah,
You could find a collaborator. You could even find your next big client.
It's true.
Or even if you don't find any of those things, you might just make some new friends.
Oh, for sure.
People who get what it's like to run a business or to be a professional.
Mm.
And that can be so valuable, especially when you're facing challenges.
Definitely. It's all about building those relationships that support us and help us grow. So I guess the takeaway here is don't underestimate the power of connection. You never know where it might lead.
Exactly.
Who you might meet along the way.
And if it involves a good cup of coffee and some banana bread, even better.
Right.
Sometimes the best opportunities are right in front of us, just waiting for us to say hello.
I think that's a great point to end on.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us for this deep dive into the world of networking in the Ocean Beach Point Loma area of San Diego. We hope you found it informative and inspiring.
Who knows? Maybe we'll see you at a future OBPL networking group meeting.
That would be awesome. All right. Until next time, happy networking, everyone.